Sure, YouTube, is Dysphonic here and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. In today's video, I just want us to work on the nostalgic deep house beat that we did on my previous video. I got a lot of suggestions that I should work on the track arrangement and show you guys how we can arrange that 16 bar loop into a full song. If you haven't watched the video, I'll leave a card on the video. On this video, you can just click on that and then you can go watch it. I recommend you watch it first so that you can get the direction and the idea of the song. Yeah, so today's video is just gonna be on track arrangement. I'll be showing you guys how you can use different knobs and how you can use automation clips in order for you to transition smoothly within your song. And we're gonna be doing just that right on FL Studio, so please watch till the end of the video to learn more tricks on how to do that. Otherwise, let's get into it. Yeah, so this is where we left off on our previous video. It's a 16 bar loop, as you can see, and then we have all the sounds of the drum kit on one pattern, and we have all the other sounds, melodies and bass lines on the same pattern. I'm just gonna make sure that everything is turned on my channel rack, and everything is also turned on my mixer. And then what I'm gonna do is split everything by channel. So I'm gonna delete these and then go click split by channel. So what it's gonna do is it's gonna separate all the sounds into individual patterns, as you can see. So we've now split everything on our 16 bar loop into its own separate pattern. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this whole 16 bar loop. Control B to duplicate it, and then another Control B, and then another Control B, another Control B. Okay, I think that's enough. By this point, we'll have fully arranged our song towards the climax. And then this is where the break is gonna be. So let me just leave it at that point. And then what I'm gonna do now is solo the kicks and then press play. This is how typical deep house songs start. They're gonna start off with a kick and then maybe a pad. So I'm gonna now add on a pad. So beat by beat, as the song is playing, I'll be turning on a few sounds. That's how I'm gonna do it. That's the pad. But then what I'll do is automate the volume of the pad. Just right click the volume, create automation clip, and then play around with this automation just to introduce our pad smoothly. All right, and then that's how the song is gonna start. And then maybe at the mark of 9, what I can add is a hat. There are these hats that I like. I think it's these ones. And then I can introduce these hats with a vocal. I think this is a vocal, so I'm gonna move it here. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, that's a nice intro for a nostalgic deep house song. Okay, that's too soon. So what I'm gonna do is remove these and maybe remove that one as well. And then maybe let me just turn that on. Yeah, let's see how that sounds. As you can see, beat by beat, I'm slowly introducing my sounds. we can remove our kicks. Okay, let me bring this one on as well. And then at this point, we can remove these heads. Okay, let me try bring this a bit earlier because I feel like our song is too dull. It has been dull actually, so let me bring this a bit earlier. And then at this point, I can now introduce, let me try introduce my claps. Where are my claps? These are my claps. Those are the claps. And then this double kick as well. Okay, and then there's this other pad as well. And then just try maybe delete a few clips so that your song is not too repetitive. And then one other trick that I can show you guys is this one. Let me try loop that section, and I'm gonna add a gross beat on my master bass. All right, I'm gonna add a gross beat, and then I think it's basic 10, and then I'm gonna take down the volume all the way to 0, and then create an automation clip, and then I'll just turn it on here. So this is me basically turning on the gross beat. At this point, let's see how that sounds. So that's the gross beat effect. That's the second bass line. That's our second bass line. This is the second bass line. And then we can bring back some heads as well. And then maybe here at this point we can automate. We can start introducing our, what is this? Our melody. The way we're going to introduce it is through automation. I'm just going to automate the volume, and I prefer automating the knob on the channel rack rather than the fader on the mixer. I just prefer doing things that way. Okay, maybe at this point, let me try remove my kicks. I don't know what I should do. Let me try remove my bass line. Yeah, let's try do that. Let me do this rather. Let me trim that off and then bring this noise effect over here, and then I'm gonna duplicate it. Let's clone it and then reverse the clone and then drop it onto the playlist, and then just align it like that. Yeah, let's see. No, actually I placed it wrong. Let me bring it over here. And then we have these two sounds that I didn't add on my previous video. This is how I intend on using them. I'm gonna automate the cutoff frequency, and just to give it that hype, just to add hype onto the song, and also play around with the reverb. But we're gonna be recording the automation. Since we wanna play around with 3 knobs, it won't be easy to do it manually by just playing around with the automation clip. So we're gonna record the automation rather. Let me just turn off the melody so that you can carefully hear how it sounds alone. And I'm just gonna play around with the cutoff frequency with my mouse. No automation, just playing around with it so that you get an idea of what I'm about to do. So those are the 3 knobs that we're gonna play around with. It's the cutoff frequency, the delay, and also the reverb, just to give it that hype. So let's try to do that. I just don't know for how long we're gonna play around with them, but I think we can play around with them. Yeah, I think on that section. Before we record our automation, let's make sure that these 5 clips are one. So let me just merge them. I'm just gonna merge the pattern clip so that it records the automation for the entire clip, for the entire pattern clip. Now let's go back to our sound. Okay, there's the sound, and then make sure that you press record notes and automation so that it also records the automation. And now I'm just gonna press play and then play around with the knobs. The knobs we're gonna be playing with is cutoff frequency, the delay, and the reverb. Yeah, I think I did all I could to try perfect this technique that I was trying to do. Let's just play it again and hear how it sounds. As you can see, that's the automation. Yeah, so that's just another way on how you can introduce some hype onto your song, and you'd usually want to do that as your song is approaching the climax or after the break of your song, when you want to introduce all the elements of your drum kit and your other sounds. As you can see, I had to remove the kicks, and I made a mini break. As you can see, it's a very short break over there. And then that's the point where the automations are at their maximum. That's when there's a lot of reverb, a lot of delay, and the cutoff frequency is too high as well. And then suddenly everything drops, and then the drum kit and the other sounds are now introduced back onto the song. So that's just how you can play around with track arrangement. It shouldn't be difficult if you have all of these tricks on how you can transition your sounds smoothly, playing around with automation clips, knowing which knobs to automate and how you can tweak them to make that smooth transition. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you learned from it. If you did, please do leave a like, leave a comment, let me know that the content was helpful. That's it. Yeah, I'll catch you on my next video. Cheers.